Hey everyone, I'm Bill.
And I'm Bogna.
And we're with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Turtle Rock here in Lake Berryessa with the brand new 2020 Ducati Streetfighter V4 S. This is our first ride out in the wild.
You suck.
I'm learning how to ride the thing, so bear with me on this little ride out to Lake Hennessy and what's the winery out there? Rutherford. So geez, the thing is, the thing just looks amazing. Being Bogna's brand new BMW S1000 RR. She has the She has the pleasure of having a windscreen where I yet to have one. Ducati does offer a small one.
Oh, perfect.
So I've been part shopping. So let's get on this thing and let's get out to Lake Hennessy. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. All right, so we'll get this thing fired up. And so we'll talk about the ride up here. We're at 46 miles, so it's about a 40-mile ride is what we've been into already. So I will tell you the last 40 miles of what I've discovered on this thing, and of course what we'll continue to discover as we ride along together on the brand new 2020 Street Fighter. Get the face shield down and we'll take off a little bit easy. I'll tell you about the ride up here so far. So I will say I'm in race mode, and the reason why I am in race mode currently is the street mode that I was in, or I think it's street mode. The suspension's a little bit loosey-goosey for me, and I wanted to tighten up the suspension, so I went into race mode, which helped quite a bit. I will say I do want the steering damper a little bit tighter. I tend to like to ride with the steering damper tighter, especially on these big leader bikes, because the front end gets very light, and with the bike being as big barred as it is, I can tend to get a little bit of wiggle. You see the little bit of wiggle. So I want to figure out how to get that sorted out. I believe I am going to get in contact with Dave Moss here soon and talk to him about the suspension. He talking to a friend of mine, Kyle, who has a 19 V4 S Panigale, and he was telling me that Dave adjusted his suspension and it was like a night and day difference. So suspension, we're trying to figure it out a little bit together, but let's go over the basics of just the general of the riding. I will say probably the only thing disappointing so far that I'm kind of getting into is the brakes are pretty mushy. They are spongy, so you can see I get a little sponge before I get a little brake action. So I'm not sure if that's just bleeding of the lines, but we're going to try to get that sorted out here soon. Mirrors are pretty much rendered useless. I'm not sure if you guys can see in the video, but pretty much I see about 2/3 of the mirror is my elbow, and then the other 2/3 is off in behind me over on each side. It's not even really currently Barden is like behind me, and I can't see any of the road behind me. There's not any road at all behind me, so mirrors are rendered useless, so those will come off. I've been eyeballing parts, so stay tuned, because I just been speaking with Manny over at Moto Millions, and he's got some parts coming to me, some levers. We've got some cosmetic stuff happening. I did get some exhaust already ordered, but I'm not going to spoil that surprise. You guys will have to stay tuned and hit that subscribe button for that, because the exhaust is coming. Reached out to a couple other people. There's not a lot of parts for the Street Fighter, so to speak. available yet, so we're kind of trying to pick through what we think and know will work. So stay tuned for all of the modifications because we've got a lot planned. Back to the bike, the handling's good. You know, it's a big adjustment for me because, you know, obviously I ride, you know, I go from riding the Tiger 1200 adventure bike to my old S1000 RR to which is now gone, by the way, guys. And S1000 RR is gone. So now we're between this, the Tiger 1200, and the R9T Racer, which is just like super sport mode. So yeah, so a little bit getting used to the throttle response. I'm obviously in the race mode, so the throttle's on a kind of dynamic setting, so it's responsive. Boy, is it responsive. I've got the traction control turned up just a teeny bit in the race mode, just to make sure that I'm getting a little comfortable with this thing. So, but all in all, you know, happy with it. The power is just the delivery and the torque, you know, the 208 horsepower. Yeah, you feel that, man, when you start to get up there. I'm trying to keep the revs a little bit down. There's been a couple times I've taken it up, but I believe in the Moto Man method of breaking in bikes. And that's, you know, one, ride it like you're gonna ride it, and second, you know, go through the gears, go through the revs, take it up, take it down. You know, don't obviously redline the piss out of it, but you know, work through the revs and work through the gears. And so I've always done that. I've done that ever since my 07 GSX-R 1000. I can say that, you know, I've never really had a bike that I've had a catastrophic engine failure on. So but I don't know, you know, I think that you guys will all comment down below and tell me that I'm stupid for breaking it in that way, and some people down below will say that's the only way to break it in. So I know that there's different ways to really break this thing in, but I'm obviously not going to use the hell out of it. But on the other side, I believe riding it the way that I'm going to be riding it is a good way to get the thing broken in. So seat pretty comfortable, my butt don't hurt, so that's nice. I would say 1,000 times better than the S1000 RR, the 2020. So very, very nice. The position of the riding position of this is I think it's Bogna, when she got the S1000 R, she said it's definitely more sporty than the MT-09, but not as sporty as the S1000 RR. And I agree. That's absolutely where we fall. We're kind of right in between, and it's comfortable. It's comfortable to ride. Big bars are real nice back on these twisties. You can see I'm kind of, you know, they're working out for me real well. And these rear sets, I believe these rear sets are a little bit shorter lengthwise from the frame back than the Panigales. I was looking, and it appears that they're a little bit shorter, but I don't know. It's I'd have to see them side by side, which would make sense of why my feet kind of feel good forward. So we're gonna. I kind of took off of Bogna. Sorry, babe. I love you. So we're gonna continue through to Rutherford, but we'll wait for Bogna here, catch up, and here she is. So yeah, so riding and everything is good. Like I said, suspension feels a bit off, but that's to come. So we've got, you know, we're literally just on stock. Oh, the quick shifter. Ducati, I'm hoping you're watching this. Alex, I'm going to send you the link. I hope you guys watch this. I love your bike. Thank you. It's amazing. The quick shifter is butter. And when I say butter, I mean it is, this quick shifter is absolutely at the top of my list of quick shifters. No, hands down, it's the best. The thing just, there's not even any click really when you get into, you know, normal shifting. It just goes into gear. It's just like butter. So very, very nice quick shifter. Instrument cluster, we'll get into that at a later time. It is a little complex, so I will be working through a video on that once, of course, I can figure out how the hell to use most of it. I went through it briefly and figured out some stuff, but I definitely want to get into a full understanding of all of the Ducati packages with the Ducati wheelie control, the Ducati traction control. So stay tuned for the cluster review, but it is the same cluster that's off the Panigale. So if you guys are familiar with that, pretty much it's pretty much the same cluster display. In the uncrating video, I talked about the heated hand grips. So I'll tell you about the heated hand grips. Took me a couple times back and forth from the manual to the bike, trying to figure out how to turn them on. I couldn't get them to turn on. That's because I don't have heated hand grips. Ducati gave us the button, but no heated hand grips. It is an option. It's about $350 to add on the option for the heated hand grips. So we will have to buy those separate. I hear Bogdan back there gurgling. Pogo stick there on the wheelies. I talked to Eddie with Shred Dog, and we've got some stuff worked out for some carbon fiber dipping, because I am a cheapskate and I'm not going to spend $1,000 on carbon fiber winglets. So we're going to make them look like carbon fiber. So the bike is, you know, it's up there. I won't give it a 10 yet. I'm not going to spoil it that easy. If I had to give you guys a judgment between this and the S1000RR at 2020, this will run circles around that S1000RR. It's just, everything is so much more refined to this. Ducati had this thing refined up anyways for the Panigale, so I'm glad that it moved over and everything, all of the horsepower and everything moved over with this thing. So 208 horsepower right here with a lot of torque. But here we go, guys. Here we go. This is our turnaround spot here at Rutherford. So let's take one little look, one final look here. Getting used to where the kickstand peg is. I like that they put that there, but it's quite a bit forward. What's up, babe?
Are you trying to set up some lap records here or something?
Here it is. Here it is. I was just saying I won't give it a whole 10 yet because I got to give some room for it, but this thing will do circles around that S1000RR. I mean, hands down. It's, you know, first of all, it's already opened up, so I'm already able to get into that horsepower and play with that. But just everything, just this thing is just so refined. I love it. I love it.
I hate it.
Sorry, babe.
Do not approve.
Here you guys are, the Streetfighter BMW S1000R. And stay tuned because we have so much coming for you guys. Like I said, we've got exhaust coming, we've got carbon fiber stuff coming, we've got
two upright.
She wants to do a 2-up ride before I do get the nice Ducati cowl on the back and those foot pegs come off. But Eurocycles, huge shout out to Eurocycles, a pair of Eurocycles. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Dax. I appreciate everything you guys do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and of course,
comment down below.
Comment down below because we are very active in the comment section and we will try to get all of your answers or your questions answered. So comment down below and we'll see you in a couple days.
Bye bye.